All right, this is the family estate battle hypothetical case. The I-Plan framework. So the story, it talks about how Emily and her siblings, and they are getting ready to read their dad's will, because they just got done with the funeral, and her siblings are telling her that she needs to choose a side. So I took the story and I put it in the framework. What should Emily do is the first one, and we'll get around to that in a little bit. Emily's siblings want her to choose a side, and let's see. Would they follow through with the choices? This is what I'm thinking. Is like they're telling her to choose a side, and they're telling her, "Oh, well, I'll help you with education." Like her sister said, "I'll help you with your education and your rent or whatever." And her brothers don't really give her an offer. They just basically said, "If you don't choose our side, we'll sue you." Are they going to follow through with the choices that they gave Emily? More that question would be more for her sister. Her brothers, I could see them following through with the suing, which, yeah. And let's see. And then when the dad passed away, let's see, they don't know the outcome of the will, but yet they're jumping to this conclusion that, if when the dad passed away, what they want is they each want a good chunk of the will, a fair share or even more. And then the action, let's see, what action should be taken? Right sequence of actions. What are the right sequence of actions? Okay, the action that should be taken is, well, in Emily's case, I think she's more of the peacemaker right now. She's kind of in the middle, and she has to kind of be the neutral person. She doesn't know which side to choose. She could go with her sister and get possibly get the money to pay for schooling and whatnot, or she could just take her brother's side. At least those are the options she's thinking of. She's not really thinking, okay, well, maybe if I just step aside and I wait and see what's in the will, and then decide. So if I was her, if I was in that situation, I personally would how do I word this? I think everyone should get a fair amount, a fair share. Wills are, if there was favoritism, then there would be a lot of controversy. There would be complications. So having an equal amount, an equal share for each sibling, or just no share, is the best option. But in Emily's case, just what she should do is what's the word? Just step aside be neutral and let the Lord guide her, basically, um, into what the right decision is. And so, yeah, basically leave it in the Lord's hands. He knows how to help in these kind of situations where there's conflict, because, well, he doesn't like to see conflict. Am I right? And then the last one, deepen. Let's see. We have to deepen our understanding of the other's views. Okay. And identify potential errors in our assumptions. So I'm assuming that the siblings are in the wrong and Emily's not really, but it could be either way. It could be that they're all in the wrong.
Yes.
It just depends. With Emily's sister being unemployed and
She has a problems of his health.
yeah, and with health issues. And the fact that she's offering her sister money, kind of, to me, I just jumped to the conclusion of, well, she can't really help. Is she just trying to manipulate her into joining her side? Because she may actually take all the money for herself because she needs it for her health and because she's unemployed. Or is she truly being honest and really going to offer her the money? I don't know. Okay, what's your take on this?
It's a difficult case, and if it is really happened, it's a sad case because the parents are were working a lot for his children, and they working a lot all his life, the father and the mother, and it's a sad situation, I think,
Yeah,
and because when both passes away, the children get into a fight for the money, and I think it's a very bad way or a very bad situation for the family. But if I were okay, let me see my notes. Um, I think that the problem. Oh, the big problem is the state. Okay, the two of them. Okay, um, there are four siblings, two two women and two men, and the eldest work a lot in the company, and Sally is a very good son or daughter.
got her. Yeah,
Sally is a very good daughter, and the other guy, uh, he's working as a teacher of art in the high school.
yeah. So he doesn't get paid a lot.
They don't have a lot of money, but he's working. And the thing is that the parents uh, do a will, and this will is not function for the siblings. And, I think that they need to doubt the object is to do the best about the money
Yes. I,
and to be honest and help to each of them. But I think that if they are envy, they can't do very well about this situation. And um, okay, if I were Emily, I get a meeting with my brothers, and before to read the will, we meet and get a agreement about the money
an
because
understanding.
they can think if the eldest brother um, invest the money in the business, they can help a lot, old to old his brothers. They can't get a treat. But if they get fight,
A fight, yeah.
a fight, um, they can't do a lot of mistakes, a big mistakes, because now they get a lawyer and you get your lawyer, and I don't agree with you, and you are off my side or of the side of the other, and it
Yeah,
is going to work bad in this way.
that's true. Sorry.
Okay, you are very boring
No, no,
with my analysis.
I yawn a lot when I'm cold and
Ah, you're cold.
it's chilly here, yeah. But anyway, no, continue.
Okay, and I think that they need to be very smart and to think about themselves, what is the best for them, and think about his or her parents. What, which are the will of the father and the mother? What do you think?
Um, yeah, no, I mean, there's many different ways you can settle it. Just going about it in the right way. If you were to talk to them separate, uh, but I think for me personally, just because I'm the type of person that hates these things. If that were my siblings, I would have a hard time. I would tell them, I can't take sides. We don't know what's in the will, and I feel that it wouldn't be right to take a side. Um, it wouldn't be fair. It wouldn't be honest, and it wouldn't comfort me. Does that make sense? Not necessarily comfort me. What's the term? It wouldn't. I'm trying to think of the word. I can't think of it. Um, it wouldn't. Okay, well, we all have a conscience, and it wouldn't comfort me in the sense of comfort my conscience if I were to just jump to a conclusion and take a side. So instead being neutral, that would be my route. Now each person is different. So I don't know. I think Emily, just from what I've read, she kind of seems more like, uh,
Neutral.
like, what do I do? Should I do this or this? And then decide that, yeah, I think neutral, in my opinion, would be like to stay neutral, would be the best bet, to just stay out of it, just let things kind of fizzle out until the will, the reading of the will. But yeah, I don't know.
Yes, being a neutral is a good idea, and have your conscience in peace is the best.
Yeah.
But I think that as brothers and sisters, we need to help each other, and we need to. If my brother is in difficulties, I want to. If my brother is in troubles, I want to help him. Or if my sister is in troubles, I want to help her. Help her. And
Yeah. Help them
and
understand, or
if we are rich, um, I can't understand why we can't help each other even more because we are rich, and
yeah.
I want the best for my siblings.
Well, and you got to understand, like from what we've read, at least my perception is that the guys, they're all greedy, but the way the guys went about it was a little bit more of a greedier way. Does that make sense? They don't want to give anything to her in exchange for her to take their side. They they want to keep it all to themselves, basically. And even though he already has the company, he already works for the company, like the oldest, he wants more out of it. So he's going about it in a greedy, prideful way. Um, like, oh, I deserve this because I work harder than you guys. I work for the company even, and so I deserve it. And then there's the teacher, the brother who's a teacher, and he doesn't make a lot of money, and so he's going about it in a, I need this, um, because I don't make enough, and um, and he sticks to his brother who's more headstrong, and he's already in a business. I don't know. There's different ways you can look at this,
Yes.
but I personally think that the sitting down with them would be hard at that moment because their hearts are hardened. They She needs to give them time to soften their hearts, for them to soften their hearts. So turning to the Lord and asking for his help in what to do, like how to soften their hearts so that she could reach out to them and come to an agreement. That's one way. Other than that, just waiting and doing your best. For example, the essay that we read, it talked about, what was it called? Harness. I think it was harnessing impulses or something. Harness impulses, and it mentioned Emily's situation and how her situation is similar to that of Nephi's and Moses and Joseph in Egypt. They just gave examples from that, and how true that is. It's like, here's Nephi. He wants to um, do the right things. Emily, she wants to do the right things. Um, and then there's Laman and Lemuel who at times do the right things, but then greed, like money and power, take over, um, tempt them, and they give in to temptation. And same with her brothers. All they're thinking about is, ooh, money, money, money. Uh, and the older sibling, he has the job, the nice, well-off family business, and then to have the money to go with it, that's power and greed. Um, but yeah, this is a hard one. It's a hard decision because yeah, you could go about it different ways, the two different ways, but ultimately, always doing the best you can, like asking for the Lord's help and doing the best you can on your part, and then leaving the rest in His hands. That's what I look at this situation.
It's a very good idea, and it's a very good way. Ask to God about this problem. And with your idea, I was thinking that if I were Emily, I want to fast about the
Yeah.
the problem and invite to my siblings to fast too, because it is very important. Uh, if we have a good conscience, or if we have a clear mind with the help of the Lord, we can do a lot of things, really good things. But and one tool is fasting. Another tool is prayer about the problem, and we can fast in this situation.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. That's another good way. Um, yeah. So, hmm, I think we've pretty much got it. Yeah, we've come up with a couple different ways, or a few different ways of how Emily could and should go about it. Um, and
And
we, sorry,
you
you talk.
huh?
You could talk.
Okay. Uh, my advice for Emily was that, as you say, first she need to pray, and then she need to fast, but and invite to her siblings to do the same, and look for the best decision, and don't be envy with this state.
Don't be
And
envious, or is that what
envy,
you're trying to say? You're trying to say envy?
envy,
Okay, so yeah, so don't be envious.
envious. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
And don't be envious because they can get easily like blamed
Yeah. Yeah.
and get a meeting uh, with the siblings and talk about the situation.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah. So we've got it down. So now, let's see. Do we want to add on that or?
Uh, you are. Can you repeat me again, please?
Do we want to add anything else on to that or?
I think it's enough.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I think we've come up with some good choices, some good options on what she should do. So we're good to go. All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna click out. Bye.
Bye.